A millennium ago, the very ground on which this structure stands demanded a sacrifice, for existing homes were razed to clear the path for its creation. By command of William the Conqueror, a formidable fortress was decreed to rise upon this strategic sandstone cliff. What began as a mere wooden fort was destined to evolve into England's most formidable stone stronghold. Every single basket of earth was meticulously carried by hand, each layer compacted with sheer muscle and unwavering effort. The massive ditch encircling the bailey alone required a staggering excavation, cutting 3 meters deep into solid ground. Each successive layer of earth was carefully compacted, a vital step to ensure the ditch's stability and prevent any collapse. Grand oak trunks, transported by river, faced a challenging ascent of 20 meters to reach the construction site. Here, skilled craftsmen employed intricate mortise and tenon joints to precisely interlock the keep's massive oak sill beams, securing them firmly in place without the use of a single nail. Each individual stake was painstakingly shaped with a broad axe, then meticulously fire-hardened to enhance its resistance against decay. This formidable palisade ring, crowning the motte, established the very first true defensive perimeter of the fortress. It took the combined strength of 16 men, utilizing 2 sturdy timber poles, to hoist each massive corner post into its intended position. Screaming, the keep's impressive frame gradually rose 8 meters high, supported by rudimentary scaffolding and entirely devoid of any modern safety provisions. Wattle and daub walls were expertly constructed to seal the keep, offering crucial protection against biting winds, relentless rain, and the threat of enemy arrows. Within, robust oak rafters converged at the ridge, each joint meticulously pinned with a single driven peg. A thick, 30-centimeter layer of rye straw, expertly laid and compacted, promised to keep the keep dry and well-protected for many years to come. Though a formidable sight, the timber fortress inevitably began to show its age. With stains, rots, burns, and ultimately succumbs to the elements. After a century of gradual decay, the original timber walls were finally deemed beyond repair and condemned, marking the beginning of their transformation into a structure of enduring stone. For the new stone fortress, every single stone block had to be laboriously quarried, meticulously shaped, and then hauled into place entirely by hand. Foundation trenches were dug with painstaking precision, extending deep until they reached solid bedrock, a prerequisite before even the first stone could be properly laid. Lime mortar, painstakingly prepared, was used to bond each individual stone, though it required several weeks to cure and achieve its full, impressive strength. The resulting walls were ingeniously constructed with 2 robust stone faces, enclosing a core filled with rubble, all meticulously interlocked with bonding stones to create a truly impenetrable barrier. To raise the massive stone blocks, a sophisticated treadwheel crane was employed, lifting each piece 3 meters to the top of the burgeoning wall. Along the battlements, merlons provided crucial protection for the defenders, while crenels offered strategic lines of fire. With the timber keep finally dismantled, a magnificent stone shell keep majestically rose in its stead, cementing the fortress's transformation. Within the new design, all rooms were thoughtfully built directly against the sturdy curtain wall, ensuring they were sheltered and protected by stone on every side. A remarkable architectural feat, the Great Hall's impressive oak trusses spanned a full 8 meters across, creating a grand, unobstructed space without the need for a single supporting column. Distinctive chevron patterns, intricately carved into the sandstone, unequivocally mark this chapel as Norman in its architectural origin. From the very floor of the moat to the soaring parapet, any potential attacker would face a daunting 15 meters of sheer, unyielding stone. Equipped with robust iron chains and a powerful windlass mechanism, this formidable bridge could be swiftly raised in under 2 minutes, cutting off access. Although the stone fortress now stood strong and imposing, a critical vulnerability remained. Its seemingly weakest wall unfortunately faced the most perilous and exposed approach. Tragically, in 1264, enemy forces successfully breached this very wall, bringing the castle to the brink of destruction. This devastating event served as a stark lesson, prompting the Earl in 1330 to commission the most extensive fortification project Warwick had ever witnessed. The formidable Caesar's Tower initiated its construction 3 meters underground, its base hidden discreetly beneath the main courtyard level. Its massive walls, a staggering 3 meters thick, were designed to completely seal off the dungeon, ensuring that prisoners held within would never again glimpse the light of day. Its unique trefoil plan was ingeniously designed to deflect projectile impacts far more effectively than any flat wall surface could. Furthermore, robust stone vaults on every floor rendered each level fireproof and independently defensible, enhancing the tower's overall resilience. The strategic clockwise spiral of its internal passages was a deliberate defensive measure, forcing attacking soldiers to expose their unshielded sword arm as they ascended. Remarkably, 2 towers of this monumental scale began rising simultaneously on opposite flanks of the very same wall, a testament to ambitious engineering. With 12 distinct faces, each angled at a precise 30 degrees, the tower's structure had to maintain its geometric integrity across an impressive 39-meter height. Within its passages, strategically placed murder holes and twin portcullises transformed the entire approach into an inescapable killing corridor for any intruder. The barbican was expertly designed to funnel attackers into a narrow corridor, barely 3 meters wide, where they would be relentlessly exposed to enemy fire. From specially designed stone gaps above, defenders could unleash a torrent of rocks onto anyone attempting to assault the tower base below. An innovative double parapet provided defenders with 2 distinct firing levels from a single tower crown, significantly increasing their defensive capabilities. For ultimate strength, each bar of the formidable portcullis was meticulously forge-welded at every intersection, rivet by painstaking rivet, ensuring unparalleled resilience. With a deafening crash, 500 kilograms of solid iron could plummet into the gate passage in a mere 30 seconds, instantly blocking any advance. Meanwhile, Guy's Tower began its ascent, designed as a distinctive 12-sided polygon, giving it a nearly circular and highly effective defensive profile. Its embrasures, a mere 10 centimeters wide on the outside, flared to a generous 60 centimeters on the inside, providing archers with maximum coverage and firing angles. Ingeniously, the chimney flue ran entirely within the thick walls, remaining invisible from the exterior. A staggering display of coordinated effort, 30 masons and 3 cranes worked in unison to raise 40 meters of the massive curtain wall simultaneously. Inside, a layer of smooth lime plaster transformed the raw stone chambers into more habitable and refined residential quarters. A revolutionary new design allowed defenders to move securely from tower to tower, traversing the elevated battlements without ever needing to touch the vulnerable ground below. At an imposing height of 45 meters, lead sheets were carefully dressed and fitted onto the tower's timber roof, providing essential weather protection. Further along, the Watergate Tower stood sentinel on the very edge of the cliff, effectively controlling all river access below. However, a grave new challenge emerged. The natural cliff face was beginning to crack under the immense weight of the castle, threatening the integrity of its mighty walls. A frantic urgency gripped the builders. Quick! The timber! Shore it up! As massive stone buttresses were hastily constructed against the cliff face, a desperate measure to save the precarious eastern wall. Meanwhile, Guy's Tower finally reached its full, impressive height of 39 meters, establishing itself as the second tallest structure within the entire fortress. Ingeniously, iron cramps, painstakingly locked in molten lead, were used to permanently pin the fractured cliff rock together, stabilizing the very foundations. Inside, the Great Hall boasted an architectural marvel. Hammer beams and elegantly arched braces formed a breathtaking 9-meter ceiling, exuding an aura of pure Gothic drama. Proudly carved into the sandstone above the majestic gatehouse arch was the distinguished Beauchamp coat of arms, a symbol of its powerful owners. The gatehouse itself was further secured by 2 independent drawbridges, each operating on its own separate set of lifting chains, providing multiple layers of defense. A vital well shaft plunged a full 15 meters straight down through the solid sandstone, finally reaching a crucial water source hidden deep beneath the bluff. Nearby, a robust stone-bread oven was meticulously constructed, designed with the capacity to feed an entire garrison during even the longest and most arduous siege. Within the bailey, Comprehensive facilities included extensive stables for the war horses and a sturdy stone armory dedicated to storing weapons, thus completing its operational infrastructure. For discreet entry or emergency escape, a postern gate was cunningly hidden within the western wall, offering one secret way out of the fortress. As gunpowder irrevocably changed the face of warfare, these newer towers were purposefully engineered to withstand its devastating impact. Over 3 transformative centuries, what began as simple timber stakes had evolved into the strongest and most resilient fortress in all of England. These formidable walls, now a colossal 5 meters thick, were designed to effectively absorb the violent recoil of cannons firing through specially angled ports. Crucially, each tower was equipped with its own independent well and oven, ensuring that its occupants could survive even if the main castle itself were to fall. With the death of Richard III at the Battle of Bosworth, the grand vision for these towers was tragically left incomplete. Later, Sir Fulk Greville, embracing a new era, embarked on a monumental undertaking, investing a staggering £20,000 to transform this formidable fortress into a magnificent residential home. Inside, rich oak paneling and ornate plasterwork were introduced, artfully concealing centuries of austere medieval military stone. Outside, graceful spiral paths replaced the rigid sentry routes, and tranquil gardens now blossomed where soldiers once rigorously drilled. For the very first time within this ancient fortress, elegant glass and robust iron were introduced, joining the enduring stone. With meticulous Victorian precision, the Great Hall's roof was painstakingly rebuilt, honoring the spirit and architectural grandeur of its medieval ancestors. This ambitious restoration project was generously funded by public donations, accumulating an impressive £9,000 from benevolent contributors across all of Britain. In the year 1894, a remarkable innovation arrived. The powerful River Avon was harnessed to generate electric light, illuminating the ancient halls of this medieval fortress for the very first time. Yet, despite such advancements, centuries of relentless weathering demand constant repointing of the mortar, an essential task to preserve the integrity of the original stone. The renowned Capability Brown masterfully redesigned the grounds, sweeping them into an exquisite natural landscape that elegantly framed the formidable fortress. Ironically, the same walls once constructed to withstand devastating siege engines now provided crucial shelter for families against the terrifying threat of aerial bombardment. At Warwick, modern conservation science began to converge with time-honored medieval craftsmanship, marking a new era of preservation. One impressive testament to this fusion stands 18 meters tall, featuring a 6-ton counterweight, and is meticulously constructed from 300 individual pieces of oak. Today, over 500,000 visitors annually traverse these ancient and storied walls. Within a single glance, one can witness nearly 1,000 years of continuous construction, with every distinct era visibly etched into its formidable frame. Remarkably, the very same lime mortar technique employed over 8 centuries ago continues to protect and bond these magnificent walls. Each successive generation added their own contribution of stone, and every single stone still stands precisely where it was painstakingly placed. Over 650 years, the countless footsteps of generations have worn each stone tread smooth, a silent testament to the enduring human presence within these walls. From an impressive height of 39 meters, every century of this fortress's remarkable history is vividly visible at once. At twilight, the silhouette of the fortress appears exactly as it did 600 years ago, a timeless echo. Then, in the profound darkness of night, 1,000 years of construction merge into one unbroken, majestic silhouette. With the dawn, first light gently touches the highest stone, then gradually descends, illuminating every wall below it. Each intricate detail was thoughtfully placed by a human hand, guided by an innate understanding of stone, force, and enduring craftsmanship. A colossal 130 meters of formidable wall now enclose a full 1,000 years of remarkable engineering prowess. Within a single room, crafted from enduring stone and bathed in light, the distinct craftsmanship of every era converges, telling a story through its very fabric. A single, ancient stone tread continues to bear the weight of countless footsteps, still solid and unwavering after 650 years. This fortress stands as a testament to 1,000 years, countless hands, and an unyielding will that simply refused to fall. From its humble origins as bare rock, this magnificent structure was brought into being by nothing less than human will and the tireless labor of human hands. Remarkably, chisel marks from the 14th century remain perfectly legible on nearly every stone surface, a tangible connection to its distant past. Thousands of dedicated workers across 10 centuries, carefully placing an estimated 20 million stones by hand. Such is the scale of its creation. Every single face of this fortress tells a unique story from a different century, and truly, none of these stories has yet reached its final chapter. Before they became the iconic landmarks we know today, they were simply being built. Subscribe to Industrial Evolution,